Tufo, a jaguar. They are the biggest and most powerful cats in the Americas. He and his formidable feline family are the most ambitious hunters on the planet. We are about to show you their world. Like never before. These predator families rule our planet. For the very first time, we reveal their astonishing superpowers. Like never before. Tufo, the typhoon. Like his namesake, this jaguar is a force of nature. Weighing 200 pounds and with an appetite to match, Tufo needs 25 pounds of meat every few days. The equivalent of 16 T-bone steaks. That's a lot of hunting. Today, things aren't going his way. And a hungrier Tufo is more prepared to take risks. Yakare Cayman. At 7 foot long, with 74 dagger-like teeth, weighing over 100 pounds and covered in armor plating, these river monsters have a bite that can kill jaguars. But will feed Tufo for a week. So it might be worth the gamble. And Tufo is not taking a knife to a gunfight. He's armed with massive biting muscles, covering up to 60% of his skull. With 5% more muscle fibers for his size than any other cat. They're intimidatingly powerful. And with ice picks for teeth, pound for pound, Tufo has one of the most lethal bites on the planet. Tufo's bite is so strong, it can break through the caiman's armor. And he knows its weak spot, the back of its neck. First, Tufo needs to capture his target, and that means entering enemy territory. This murky water is the caiman's home turf. But Tufo is no scaredy cat. It's time to kill or be killed. This battle is all about close combat. Tufo must wrestle the frenzied caiman with his razor-sharp claws to be able to unleash his killer bite. At a disadvantage. Underwater, he can barely see. So he deploys another superpower. 24 weaponized whiskers. So sensitive, they can feel for the kill spot. Tufo won't need to hunt for another week, and still has all 9 lives. Demonstrating perfectly what the cat family are all about. Prepared to take on anything. Even another apex predator. But jaguars are just one ambitious cat in a formidable family. With nearly 40 members that all have their own deadly superpowers. From ambush assassins to agile ninjas. And with the power of a fighter jet. They even have the fastest predator on land in their ranks. Meet Kidogo, the cheetah. With tire tread paws gripping the ground for traction. Her tail, over 2 feet long, steering her around sharp corners. And her flexible spine powering her into 20-foot strides. She is the fastest predator on land. But how she stays focused on her target when hunting at such high speed has never been understood until now. But it all starts much earlier, when Kidogo is only 9 weeks old. She's the smallest of the cubs. Like her siblings, Kidogo isn't born fast. She needs to train hard to get into the fast lane. Luckily for little Kidogo, training takes the form of goofing around. She spends 5 hours a day playing. But inside her head, something remarkable is happening. And it holds the key to making her a successful predator. Inside Kidogo's ear is this spaceship-like structure. 3 inner ear canals, the most complex and accurate stabilization system in the animal kingdom. These fluid-filled canals are linked to her head movements. So as her head turns, the fluid inside them sloshes around, triggering sensory hairs which fire electrical signals to her eyes and neck, keeping her head completely still. It's so astonishingly accurate that even at full throttle, Kidogo's head stays locked in position. But if she's going to become the speediest predator on the African plains, little Kidogo has to grow up fast. Kidogo the cheetah is on the road to becoming the fastest hunter on land. 16 months have passed, and she's now an 80-pound adult. She's finally ready to put her inbuilt stabilization system to the ultimate test. Her first kill. With a top speed of 50 miles per hour and lightning reactions, springbok are the fastest prey living here. Springbok are purposefully chaotic to break the hunter's focus. Kidogo's stabilization system powers into overdrive. Signals from these finely tuned hairs travel straight to her neck and eyes, keeping her head perfectly locked on her target and stabilized. Even at 70 miles per hour. Finally, Kadogo can join the ranks of the fastest killers on Earth. All thanks to her incredible superpower inside her head. Speed is just one trait that helps cats rule the planet. But one member of the family has a totally different approach. They deploy a hit squad. This is the Luangwa Lion Pride. A huge family with 20 mouths to feed. They live in a place where once you've got food, you must fight to keep hold of it. Weighing in at 300 pounds, wise old Hakima is the leader of this gang. With 3-inch-long canines and claws like switchblades, Hakima and her pride are the elite hit squad of the cat family. With so many mouths to feed, these lions need to eat over 1,000 pounds of meat every 3 days. Luckily, there is prey here that weighs in at just that. But it's a big, dangerous target. Buffalo. Armed with deadly hooves and 3-foot horns. They travel in huge groups, 200 strong, all looking out for each other. A full frontal assault would be a suicide mission. To bring down an angry giant takes expert strategy. Hakima has got plenty of experience to draw on. While the buffalo head to the river, she puts her plan into action. Preparing an ambush along their main trail. Every Pride member has their own job to do. In the wings, the youngest are the first to attack. Able to leap 8 feet, they are the most agile. While the larger, older lionesses are the finishers, ready to suffocate their target. Hakima is letting the buffalo drink first. Because with every pint of water they swallow, they become a pound heavier, making them slower and less able to run away. That doesn't mean they're not alert. The buffalo at the edge of the herd are always watching, while the young and weak hide in the middle. Wise old Hakima's trap is set. But disaster! The buffalo are moving off in the wrong direction. So Hakima is about to do something completely unexpected. She lets them see her. It's a bold decoy move, turning the buffalo back towards her hidden accomplices. How lions communicate in these ambushes is still a new science. Subtle changes in body language might hold the key. Hakima gives the signal. The gang might have secured an epic feast, but the test of their teamwork is not over yet. An army of thieves are on their way to try and steal their meal. Hakima and her pride of lions have taken down the most dangerous prey in Africa. But their mission isn't over. They must all eat, and quickly. As these night vision cameras reveal, scavengers from across the plains have picked up the scent of their kill. Hyenas can smell death from 2.5 miles away. And in Luangwa, there's as many hyenas as there are lions. The hyena's trick is to lure their enemies from the kill. While reinforcements sneak in from behind to steal the carcass. It's a ploy that works on solitary cats, but not a cat that uses teamwork. Hyenas, however, are persistent, and if need be, can call on as many as 80 clan members. But before the situation gets out of hand, Hakima rolls out the big guns. The pride males. A lion's true superpower? The loudest roar of all the predators. These warnings travel 5 miles in every direction, reaching 100 decibels, the equivalent of a jet engine. Hakima and the gang all join in. Not only reinforcing the family bond, but letting everyone know who's boss. Taking down a giant and protecting it from thieves is a feat no other cat would be able to achieve. And it's all thanks to the lion's ability, as the only social big cat, to work together as a team. But while this pride won't need food for the next few days, there is one cat that has to hunt every single day in order to stay alive. Meet Misty, the caracal. She might not be the queen of the cat world, but she's definitely the princess of these plains. At 3 feet long and weighing 30 pounds, she's not much bigger than a house cat. But don't be fooled. Killing 25 times a day. This pocket predator is not as sweet as she looks. Hunting on the ground is a piece of cake for this lethal and efficient hunter. But the tastiest treats are just out of reach. Social weaver birds, a cat's banquet, all in one giant nest. But there's a catch. The nest is 12 feet off the ground. When you're only 18 inches tall, reaching them would be like jumping from the ground into a 4th-story window. When this princess wants something, nothing stands in her way. Misty, the caracal, wants to scale new heights. Hunting weaver birds 12 feet above her. Misty's retractable claws and strong leg muscles make tree climbing a breeze. But from up here, the nest is an impenetrable fortress. The walls are 2 inches thick and lined with razor-sharp sticks. It's the perfect protection from predators. With the entrance holes hidden below, the only way into the nest is from underneath. And our princess isn't giving up. The nest might be 12 feet off the ground, but every time the birds leave, they must drop down 3 feet in order to surf the air current. And this slight drop in height puts them in range. This cat has rocket-powered legs. To leap like a champion high jumper, Misty needs as much leg power as possible. Her 20-inch back legs, longer than most cats her size, means that she can push into the ground harder and for longer. These extra seconds exert more force, giving her more upward energy. She can jump 3 times her body length. Although hitting a moving target takes more than just power. But Misty has that covered as well. She has the body of an Olympic gymnast. Her flexible spine lets her front and back legs rotate against each other, so she can even adjust her movements in midair. Every one of her claws are razor sharp, making her a terrifying aerial assassin. But jumping so high has its risks. Her fall creates an impact force nearly 3 times her body weight, which could cause serious injury. But Misty even has a trick to counter this. She fully extends her long legs, allowing more time to absorb her landing. And her muscles and tendons disperse the impact around her body. Caracals might be one of the smaller and less familiar cats. But the biggest member of this family is instantly recognizable. And the bigger and more recognizable you are, the harder it is to stalk your prey. In these forests, the animals are on high alert because they know there are predators here. Shanti is a Bengal tiger, the ultimate cat. Weighing 300 pounds, Shanti is 10 times heavier than Misty. But to catch prey in these dry forests, this giant cat must be as light-footed as a mouse. stay out of sight. Cheetah deer. "600 feet away in a forest clearing. Shanti needs to move fast. They'll only graze for 30 minutes before disappearing into the forest. For a successful hunt, she needs to be within 18 feet of them. The kill zone. But this is no walk in the park. Cheetah deer are masters of detection, with a sense of smell 1,000 times better than ours. And they never traveled alone. Working undercover with an elite team of spies, langur monkeys, as primates, their eyes are larger than any other mammals their size, making them the perfect lookouts. Shanti needs to get to the kill zone without being smelled, seen, or heard. Shanti the tiger is stalking cheetah deer. To make a kill, she must get within 18 feet of them without being detected. The trouble is, when you're the heaviest cat in the world, everything is a potential noise trigger. One twig snap will blow her cover. But Shanti has a hidden superpower. Stealth mode. Pressure sensory hairs. Working like our fingertips, she can feel what's around her. She has more than 50 of them hidden all over her body, from head to toe. Sensing obstacles and air currents, they fire messages to her brain. Painting a picture of every branch, every tree, every leaf. Creating a 360-degree virtual map of her environment. Her very own stealth suit. She feels her way through the forest without making a single sound. Shanti is at the edge of the kill zone, and the spies haven't detected her. Her chances of a kill have just gone up dramatically. This is seriously bad news for the deer. The silent assassin strikes again. From jungles to deserts and mountains, cats have conquered it all. They even have the highest living predator on Earth among them. At 18,000 feet, with oxygen levels at 10%, this is a hostile world where only a brave few adventurers dare visit, let alone live. But this is the home of Bachelor Eklo, a male snow leopard. Finding food is not the issue for this mountain-climbing, killing machine. His toughest challenge here is finding a mate. Eklo has one of the biggest territories of all cats. Up to 600 square miles of extreme terrain. And with only around 4,000 snow leopards left in the wild, females are hard to find. On his quest for romance across these barren mountains, Eklo has a secret weapon to help him. He can see an entire world of scents and aromas. A secret snow leopard communication network. And the key to meeting his true love. His first step in this romance is to update his dating profile. Eklo does this by furiously scent marking. Scent glands in his cheeks release chemical messages, and when mixed with his urine, all his information is uploaded. And even how long ago he was there. His own personalized dating cologne. It's hard work, scenting in at least 20 sites an hour across these vast mountains. Hoping a female will pick up his message and leave a reply. But Eklo can't just wait for love to find him. Female snow leopards can only conceive for 5 days. So he better start looking for her, too. Traveling the distance of a marathon daily, searching for a mate. It's a colossal expedition. Three days pass without even spotting another snow leopard. His short front legs absorb the relentless impact of running, while his 3-foot tail helps him balance on the deadly cliff edges. His 5-inch fur, thicker than all other cats, keep him warm against the elements. Finally, our Lothario Eklo picks up the scent of a female. She's also been leaving a trail of love letters. To read her scent messages, Eklo uses a special organ in the roof of his mouth. Flicking the scent particles up with his tongue to download her dating profile. She's looking for love and ready to mate. But with 4 days already lost, time is running out. Tired of the chase, and in desperation, he calls out. As the only big cat that can't roar, Eklo relies on his piercing yowl. At last, the reply he's been waiting for. He's found his true love. These love cats will only stay together for a few short days. She will go on to care for their 3 tiny Eklos. And he will retreat back to his lonely bachelor life in the mountains. The cat family are so successful thanks to their extraordinary superpowers, proving that they are the most iconic and ambitious predators on the planet.